Fire away.
When you think about the readiness of CJ and the entire offense, how are you feeling about him heading into the regular season?
Feeling good about our preparation with CJ and the offense. They had a really good practice today, and looking forward to them to continue to improve on what they've been doing. Right, they're doing a really good job. Bobby's doing a good job with those guys. And just keep getting better one day at a time. We'll see how we end up.
What went into your process in selecting captains? Was it coach voted? Was it player voted? How was that?
Yeah, for captains and how we vote on that, that's strictly the players, right? And that's what it's about. It's about the players, not about the coaches, the leader. Players in the locker room know who the leaders are, and that's how we went about voting for captains.
Were you determined for?
Yes, sir. I did determine four.
DeMeco, how about the offensive line? I saw Patterson out there, Dave Jones, Tyson wasn't out there. What are your thoughts right now? How confident are you on that unit?
Our offensive line has done a really good job. I think Coach Schlosser and Cole has done a really good job of putting in the extra time, right? Meeting with the guys, making sure they get caught up to speed as quickly as possible. We got smart guys who picked up things really well. And again, had a clean practice today. And just seeing those guys just continue to improve. I know it's been, a short time for those guys, but they've done a really good job of what they've been asked to do in a short period of time.
Have you determined the starting offensive line to this point?
No.
How would you balance Titus Howard coming back from his hand, working with him with the potential?
Yeah, Titus is still working day to day. We'll see where that gets to with Titus.
Coach, during training camp and preseason, it's easy for those players and even yourself to block out some of that negativity. But going into the season, how are you able to, be able to shut down all that negative outside noise and just focus on what you are have to do?
When it comes to outside noise, right, if you have time to listen to it and know what it is, you're probably wasting your time. Right? I don't have time to listen to it. I don't know what the negative, noise may be, right? Because I just block out all distraction, and my focus is fully been on the Ravens, and that's our players' focus is fully on the Ravens. If you have time for anything else, right, you're not going to be prepared for this game. So that's our full focus. Like, we're locked in, right, and we're trying to compete to get better every day so we can be ready to go on Sunday.
What's the biggest challenge preparing for a quarterback as unique as Lamar Jackson, especially considering the fact that he's got a new offensive coordinator from last year?
The challenge with Lamar is he's one of the most dynamic players in the NFL. Right? You talk about the athlete that he is and the plays that he's able to make, right, with his feet, but also Lamar does a good job of, putting the ball where he wants to put it, right? He has some more targets this year, right? Their focus has been on emphasis on throwing the ball more, getting him more weapons on the outside, explosive weapons, and we're gonna have our hands full with that, right? Being able to cover those guys, and also having to deal with Lamar and his playmaking ability, right? One of the top quarterbacks in this league when it comes to playmaking, and so respect him his entire career. He's done a really great job for the Ravens, and they've been a consistent organization when it comes to winning and being in the hunt every year. Those guys are always there, so it's a credit to Coach Harbaugh and what he's done with that entire group.
You talk about the consistency of the Ravens. The defense has been pretty good for a while. What kind of challenges does that present? Maybe what kind of challenge would that present for a rookie quarterback versus someone who maybe has seen the Ravens before?
Right, it's going to be tough playing in their place with that defense. You can go back 20 years. That defense it's been a great unit, and it hasn't changed, right? Coach McDonald's done a great job of leading that unit. They'll give you multiple looks, right? They want to force you to get to third down. They play really good ball on third down. They know how to get off the field. So it's going to be a challenge for our guys, right? Rookie quarterback, it's going to be a tough challenge for us, but it's nothing that we're backing down from or we're not up to, right? We're up to the challenge, and we'll face it. It's one play at a time, and let's see, who comes out on top on Sunday.
What can you tell us about Jimmy Ward, the option behind him if he's not able to go?
Yeah, Jimmy is pushing back, day to day to get back out there. We'll see where Jimmy ends up. Our safeties have been a very deep group for us all throughout training camp. 4 guys back there who can all play, have all played a lot of ball in this league. So I'm encouraged by the depth at our safety position and feel like it's one of our strongest units on our team.
Somebody was for a few more. As a player, what are the differences between starting off the year playing at home and having the fan support behind you versus your first time going out there in action on the road in a rowdy environment?
Yeah, whenever you line up, like I told our guys, wherever we line up, it really doesn't matter to me. right? It's about how you execute. Are you on the details of your job, right? Are you doing everything that you're supposed to do, everything that we've coached guys to do? Are you doing that, right, with all the effort that you have, with all the precision, right, that you have? Can you go operate that way? And it doesn't matter where we play it, on the road, at home, no matter how it shapes out, wherever you play, you have to execute. And that's what this game always comes down to, is executing, and it's playing smart and situational football.
What does it say about CJ that he was able to earn that captain status as a rookie?
Yeah, with CJ earning the captain status, it says a lot about his teammates and what he's done over a short period of time of being with these guys, is that the guys respect him. The locker room respects him. They look up to him, right, even though he's a young guy. Right, so I told our guys, you can be a leader. I don't care if you're a young guy. The leadership just doesn't go to the oldest guy in the room. It's about who is the man that can get others around them to play better, right? And that's what CJ can do. That's what he provides to our team.
I know you're locked in for this week, but JJ is going to make his national debut as a broadcaster, and I was curious what you thought, what kind of broadcaster he will be.
Yeah, JJ he provides some comedy. JJ will have some fun with it. Just happy for JJ and his career and what he's done. But I think he'll do a really good job as a broadcaster. JJ has played a lot of football. He's played at a high level. He's played in multiple schemes. So JJ understands football probably better than any defensive lineman I've been around. So smart player. He'll have some really good insight when it comes to the games.
The last game you played for the Texans was in Baltimore. What do you remember from that game?
The last game I played, I remember it was a tough loss for us, right? Being in Baltimore, playoff game, right? Came up short. Had young quarterback and T.J. Yates, who was leading the way for us, and we could have done more, and we would have liked a better outcome in that game, but it happens. I'm proud of that team and where we were able to go with a rookie quarterback and being able to go to the second round of the playoffs. I think that was a very successful year for us, right, with the Texans, and proud of that team and what we were able to accomplish that year.
DeMeco, I'm sure there's a million things you can answer here, but in your debut as a head coach, what's the number one thing you want to see from your team?
I want to see our team go out and play with effort, precision, and physicality. I want to see us play clean football. I want to see us play together. All 11 guys playing together, all 11 guys being on the same page and playing as hard as we can play. It's going to be a physical game, so I want to see our team be the most physical team on Sunday. And we know we're going to have to bring it because we're going against a really tough opponent.
You mentioned the memories. How often do you walk around NRG, any other place, and think about, well, this is a place that I had when I was a player? I mean, how often do memories come back to you, kind of this duality that you're walking around?
Yeah, this is a special place to me, being back here, right? Coaching for the Houston Texans is a special place, right? A special opportunity, but I never let that, get ahead of me, and I never lose sight of, right? I'm tasked with the job of leading these young men, leading this locker room, right, into a different era, right? So the past is the past. I had great memories here, great friendships, great relationships, great teammates along the way, but it's a new day, right, in Houston Texans football, and I'm happy to lead the charge of the new way and create a new path for the Texans.
We're going to close with Brandon, Cole, and John.
DeMeco, what is the challenge that Lamar specifically presents for your linebackers, and how have you been advising them throughout game planning about how to deal with Lamar?
Yeah, what Lamar presents when it comes to the linebackers, right, guys, you have to be very disciplined in coverage. Right, Lamar, you have to be on your coverage first and foremost, and then if he does start to scramble, right, you have to be disciplined and maintain, right, your area, what you're responsible for. Sometimes guys get antsy and they lose eyesight of where they should be. So got linebackers, nickels, like that second level of our defenders, they have to be very disciplined in their coverage. Sometimes Lamar is moving around a lot back there. He's going to scramble. He's going to get out at times, and we have to know our time and place of when can we go get him, when do we need to stay back in coverage.
DeMeco, when you look at a guy like Mark Andrews, what kind of troubles does he present specifically in the passing game?
Yeah, Mark Andrews has been a top target for Lamar for multiple years. They have a true connection. Right? Lamar can look to him at any time, and he'll find a way to get him the ball. It doesn't matter if he's open or he's covered. Like, we have to be on him. We have to be sticky in coverage, and we're going to have to compete, right, to make a play. He's a really physical player, athletic guy who can stretch the field vertically. So Andrews is a tough out for us.
Last 2 years, John and Aaron.
DeMeco, is there a thing or two that you've learned about being a head coach that maybe you didn't know about when you got the job that you learned over these 6 months?
One thing learned, but one thing is definitely came true is that you can't do it all alone, right? You have to have great help, and you have to learn how to delegate and trust the people around you. And that's one thing that's ring true to me as a head coach. It's a lot of work, but I love it. I love coming to work every day, and I'm really appreciative of all the help that I have around me.
Last one, Aaron.
DeMeco, you look at the secondary, the talent you guys have assembled, and the wide receivers they have with Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, and others. What do you think of that matchup, and just good against good?
If you're going to play, right, defensive back in this league, corner, safety, you can call it the entire, right, secondary linebacker. If you're going to play in this league, you're going to have a tough match every week, right? These receivers are good, and it's no different this week going against the Ravens with Aguilar, with Odell, with Zay. All these guys are dynamic playmakers, so you just have to be disciplined. Everybody has to play together. Right? You don't go out there and win it on your own. We have to play together, and that comes with rush and coverage playing together.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.